Duck and cover!
Quick, Doc, out of the car!
Time once again for criminals and villains to despair, true believers. From the pen of Meredith Simmons, esteemed writer of Murder Mystery, Thaumopolis News Radio proudly presents Chapter 3 of The Questing Murders. We rejoin our heroes as they enter the mysterious pine barrens of the Lost Borough. Will they be able to find the identity of the slain? Will our stalwart heroes survive the barbarous fiend attacking them? Find out all that and more on today's episode.
The thing was something out of a nightmare. A flying horned thing with a snout like an alligator. It had red glowering eyes that pierced the night and stared right into your soul. And it was dive bombing the car.
It's coming back for another swing!
Quickly! The tree's over there! It can't fly at us from under cover!
Good idea as any. Run!
Curse my smaller but highly toned legs!
What is that thing anyway?
Well, Mr. Salric, I'm inclined to believe that this is, in fact, the legendary Lost Devil.
I thought that was just a myth.
Well, that myth is still swooping overhead!
Alright, I'm gonna take a shot at it.
No, you'll just make it mad, Sal.
Look! It might be going away!
That was a close one.
Gah, my cousin's gonna kill me. That was a brand new car.
Look, we'll come back for it on the way. But, well, it looks like we're gonna have to hoof it from here. So we trudged through the dry grass of the Lost Borough. Of course, little did we know that the night had just started. All of us were on edge, though. It didn't feel like we were being hunted. Whatever the Lost Devil actually was, it wasn't interested in following us. More than likely, we'd stumbled into its territory and scared it off. At least I had to hope for that.
So, according to my map, the closest shanty town should be right over there.
Good. Let's meander our way over there and get this over with.
That's quite the distance for a vagrant to have wandered from. From here all the way to the Traveler's District? And on foot.
So it's just a rumor, but we ought to be careful. Be real polite and courteous.
Ah, yes. A problem I often struggle with. Don't worry. Mr. Salric has us covered.
Hardy frickin' har. Real funny, Doc. So why do you say that, Sneebs?
Because the shanty towns is under the jurisdiction of the Hobo King.
Oh, good, another myth coming alive tonight. I gotta say, if I'd known we were gonna meet so many legends, I would have brought my autograph book.
If it's just a tall tale, then we'll be fine. But I'd rather not get on nobody's bad side up here.
Agreed. That the place over there?
Yeah, that's the place. It's called the Rockton, I think.
Looks more like a crap ton to me.
Excellent diplomacy as always, Mr. Salric.
As we moved out of the underbrush into the silent pines, we came into this big open area. Huddled up against a rock face was this collection of lean-tos and tents. Small buildings cobbled together out of trash. A few metal barrels stood around the place blazing with makeshift fireplaces. The joint was silent as a grave.
I got a bad feeling about this. Where is everybody?
Footprints in the mud lead towards that big building under the rock. Come on, let's go that way. We edged up real close to the place. The worn and creaky wood of the town hall, if you call it that, hid a crowd within. The smell hit my nose before we got there. The unwashed masses of the downtrodden.
Brothers! Sisters! We are under attack! I certainly hope he isn't speaking about us. A most heinous crime has befallen one of our comrades, Jedediah Stonewall. He has been found slain in the nest of vipers that is this city. a crime of hate on the shoulders of the already burdened. And I ask you, brothers and sisters, will we stand for it?
No.
On the morrow, we will march from our humble abodes in the fair Rockton to the far reaches of Hoboken, from the settlement of Ditch to the trash mountains of Smellsburg. We, the disenfranchised of the City of Wizards, will make our demands known to the Magus Senate, and the powerful will tremble.
Well, that's not good. Looks like one guy dying is gonna spark a war.
Should we attempt to defuse the situation?
Intruders! Don't move, city slickers!
I don't think we got a choice now, Doc.
We will return to the harrowing adventures of the Questing Murders after a quick word from our sponsors. Folks, is your gramophone on the fritz? Do you wish you could have the latest gadget, but you just don't think you can afford it? Well, worry no more, friends, because Dandy Dwarf Electronics has your back. Dandy Dwarf is the leading supplier of the latest in technology. They have a wide range of high-end radios, telephones, magagraphs, and more. The best part, though, is that Dandy Dwarf is dedicated to the lowest prices with the highest quality. Dandy Dwarf, for the discerning customer of the modern day. And now, back to the show.
It's shocking, really, how fast a plan can go to pieces. The three of us was dragged into the shack that served as this joint's town hall. It was a cord of trash, put together as well as they could, but barely held together at all. There were over 100 folks right there, and probably more hidden somewhere where we couldn't see.
Spies from the civilized. So, have you come to treat with those of the lost borough?
Well, I don't really think I'm qualified to speak for anybody, Highness. Although if that fellow over there touches my arm again, he's gonna get a wallop.
Sal?
You dare threaten people in my own home!
I don't threaten nobody, Highness. I'm assuming that you're the Hobo King I heard so much about, right?
I am no king, stranger. I speak for the disenfranchised, and I help where I can. But we do not adhere to the same corrupt leaders as your elitist city.
Loud and clear. Look, pal, I don't run around with any snooty money bags. I don't like them any more than you do.
So why are you here? We want to help catch whoever killed your comrade, and to avoid any further hostility if possible.
Fella's name was Jed Stonewall, right?
A noble cause for such base city dwellers.
I kinda dig on being base, Highness. But either way, we want to help.
Very well. Then I shall help you. But be warned that the discouraged folks here will have their vengeance on those who would do us harm.
There's no need to get riled at us. Well, look, there's plenty of time for public hangings later, pal. We got a name, so who would want to hurt you fellas?
We do not know, but...
Annabelle! It's Annabelle! Come quick! She's been found on the outskirts of town!
Sabotage! Sabotage and lies! Seize them!
Well, this could have gone better.
Tune in next week for the next harrowing chapter of The Questing Murders. What will happen to our brave heroes? Is the killer nearby? Will the Hobo King go to war with the shining city of Thaumopolis? Tune in next week to find out. If you like your programming mixed with great music, tune in for Tidy Tusk's Radio Hour every Thursday at 5 p.m. Here's a show that promises to keep Thursdays from dragging on. So, keep an eye on your local newspaper for the time of Tidy Tusk's Time. This is Johnny Rockwell speaking for Thaumopolis News Radio. Keep your days magical, folks.